Yo! What's good, y'all? It's Project Man. Today we're back with another video. This is going to be me talking about something wrestling related. So for all my wrestling fans, tune in, locked up tight, seatbelt on, let's get moving. You already are going to get and know and understand what I'm talking about here. But I wanted to talk about AEW. If you are a real wrestling fan, you know what that is right now. If you're keeping up with it, if you're not, hey, maybe you'll just enjoy the video for the personality. If you don't keep up with wrestling and all that type of stuff, but this is going to just be about AEW and the main event match that's coming up at Revolution in 2 days as I'm recording this video. So right now, I've heard people say AEW is boring and that MJF is boring. Like, he's a big reason why. Like, it's MJF is like a big reason why that it's boring or that it's not doing what it should be doing and whatnot. And I look at that and I say, bro, AEW, I agree. Like, it's getting, like, it's hard to watch because it's just one of those things where it's like you understand and know that there's just not. I think the problem is there is no storylines and characters that people care about. So when that's the case, there's no investment. Like, you can have all the great matches that you want to, right? Because right, they have plenty of people who can do plenty of things, right? Everybody can do all the moves, they can do all the sequences, they can do all the flips and all the dives. The thing is, cool, right? They can do all that, but here's the problem: when you're on a weekly episodic television program, you have to find stories to keep people invested. Like, you know how you watch your favorite TV show or your favorite movie, whatever that is for you. You notice how there's a storyline, right? There's something that's constantly keeping you invested into the story. There's something that they're doing to help because think about it. When you have a storyline, it helps the flow of the show. It makes it more fun. It makes it feel like it's going by faster. And think about this. There's something to get you invested, and there's something you can sink your teeth into. Like, when you have a storyline, it's like, oh, okay. Like, you start getting intrigued. Like, you go, okay, like, let me see more of this. Like, okay. Now, because then once you have a reason why you need to see the two people go at it, then it's like, all right, now that starts creating intrigue. And now you just do more segments and talking segments or angles to create more hype for the match. That's what you're supposed to do with any fight. I mean, even in a fight, like, if you don't have entertaining fighters, it's going to be harder to sell out because you know that the two guys aren't going to do anything to really pump it up and hype up the fight. So you got to kind of sell it off of, like, maybe the whatever name value they have, and, you know, maybe hope for the best. But once you have people with personalities, like, that's when it starts kicking up in sales. Like, that's when people start selling out arenas, is when they see those personalities go at it. It's not just good fighters, right? Good wrestlers. It's not just that. It's like good personalities who are keeping you entertained. And it's like a movie in a sense of, okay, we have a storyline. This is a hero. This is a villain. I know who to root for. I know who to root against. So that being said, I think the biggest thing is AEW does not have a storyline. They have the talent. Again, they have the talent. I'm not just saying the moves. They have the talent character-wise. They have the talent to do what they are needing to have on their product. They have the talent to deliver that. I can think of a lot of people. I mean, I can think of Adam Cole, Eddie Kingston, MJF, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page. But these are when they are putting something better. You know, when they're putting something where they can really go off on promos that are, like, really getting you invested. It's not just, okay, they're saying things or talking trash here and there. It's not even just that. It's just, like, also when you... Hold on, this TV is driving me crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta turn this off, bro. That flash, bro, is killing me. But anyway, it's like you have to have something that people are gonna watch and go, now they have to, not want to. Now they have to see the match. They have to see the match. And they have to see the match because you have now created so much tension in between the two that people can believe, at least. And we can go, okay, I want to see them go at it. They've gotten really creative. They had a lot of great segments leading up to this. I'm invested into both characters because that's what people understand. Like, when people are on the microphone, that's where you get the investment from. That's where you get people's emotions. That's where you get people invested in other people like Stone Cold, like Rock, like Undertaker, like John Cena, like Jake the Snake Roberts, Roddy Piper, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. All of those guys, just to name a few, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. All of those guys had some level, if not the highest level, a verbal ability. Ric Flair, you know, a lot of guys. You think about the biggest names that have ever come in the business in WWE, not just WWE, just you know, well, WWE is the main place, so that's why I say that because we all know that's the top dog, that's the main place. Everybody knows the WWE. When you think about wrestling's biggest stars, right? You think of those names, and what do they have in common? They have charisma, they have great character, and there was something you can get behind, right? It wasn't just their matches. It wasn't like you had to see them do a lot of moves because they couldn't really do like a whole bunch of moves anyway. So, or most of those people I named didn't have like a whole bunch of moves in their moveset, but they got you intrigued by their character and their storyline. So, therefore, once you have that going on, now there's something. It feels bigger than wrestling. Like it feels bigger than just the fight. It feels like okay, I have to see it, and I like this guy specifically because the characters is what draws you to people. Like what my favorites are right now in wrestling. I'm drawn to them because of their character, not because they can do a bunch of moves.